see all of you here today. I would like to open today's program by introducing the new employees who have joined the EOU community over the past year. As you came in today, hopefully you grabbed one of the new faces information flyers that lists everyone out. But I'm going to take a few moments to introduce each new employee by division. And if you're here when I call your name, feel free to stand up, wave your hand, so people might be able to get a look at you. And if you're online, I guess you can do that as well, in your office or home or wherever you may be doing this. We won't be able to see it, but we can all enjoy it together. Probably ask that you please hold your applause till the end, and then we can give everybody a rowdy hello together. So without further ado, in the Division of Academic Affairs, and again, I apologize if I do anything wrong with your name. I understand I have a difficult spell and pronounce last name, what that's like, but please yell at me afterwards. In the Division of Academic Affairs, Nora Croucher in Admissions, Michael Fisher in Regional Outreach and Innovation, Peter Larson in Admissions, Samantha Penlam, Registrar's Office, and Rena Strand in Admissions. In the Division of Athletics, Christian Angiona, Assistant Men's Soccer Coach, on record, Assistant Track and Field Coach, Mark Cabala, Women's Wrestling Coach, Dawson Porcella, Sports Information Director, Antonio Garcia, Assistant Soccer Coach, Catherine Hamill, Assistant Athletic Trainer, Malia Mills, Office Specialist, and Jason Hetzamadith, Assistant Football Coach. In the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, I feel like I'm calling out NFL players. Tracy Hanshin, Assistant Professor of History, John Lundy, Assistant Professor of Interdisciplinary Studies, Wendy Morton, Online Educator of Political Science and Public Administration, Sandra Nava Nieto, Senior Instructor 2 of Spanish, Joshua Raftery, Visiting Assistant Professor of Art, Kayla Stanley, Administrative Program Assistant, Althea Wolf, Instructor of Native American Studies. In the College of Business and Education, Jamie Baker, Office Specialist, Heather McConnell, Administrative Program Assistant. In the College of Education, Jessica Hagedorn, Visiting Assistant Professor of Education, Stephanie Holloway, GoSTEM Program Director, Reza Jalayan, Director of Instructional Design and Technology, Blake Jones, Mobile Makerspace Project Manager in GoSTEM, Carrie Smucker, Senior Instructor 2 of Education, Kimberly Dorloff, Senior Instructor 2 of Education. In the College of Science, Technology, Mathematics, and Health Sciences, Christopher Esposito, Senior Instructor 2 Computer Science, Austin Jeffrey, Senior Instructor 2 Psychology, Jackie Morgan, Senior Instructor 2 Health and Human Performance, Juan Pham, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Adam Ray, Visiting Assistant Professor Psychology, Hope Schurman, Director for MS Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Bree Stavis Jamek, Visiting Assistant Professor of Chemistry, and Tyler Damert, Office Specialist. In the Division of Finance and Administration, Sheldon Beatty, Information Technology, Katie Carter, Custodian, Facility Operations, Vic Dubray, Carpenter, Facility Operations, Jared Deacon, Grounds Maintenance, Facility Operation, Tanya Evans, Executive Assistant to the Vice President, Sydney Hacker, Accounts Payable, Sarah Hollenbeck, Capital Projects Manager, Facility Operations, Tristan Munoz, Custodian, Facility Operations, Amber Schlegel, Cashier, Student Financial Services, Christina Wigington, Administrative Program Assistant, Facility Operations, Christopher Youngman, Custodian, Facility Operations. We're almost done. In the library, Mariah Manners, Visiting Library Senior Instructor. In the Division of Student Affairs, Shauna Ellsbury, Director of the Career Center, Carson Hendricks, Office Specialist, Learning Center, Saya Lewis, Office Specialist, Office of the Vice President, Jose Abrego Melendez, Resource Advocate for DEIB, Michaela Neal, Healthcare Systems Coordinator, Cassandra Odell, Interim Area Coordinator, Residence Life. Emily Wright-Earson, Career Exploration and Development Coordinator and Career Center. In the Office of the President, Richard Schatz, Co-President, External Affairs. Pepper Huxell, Executive Assistant to the General Counsel and Board Secretary. And Kimberly Newman, Executive Assistant to the President. And in the Office or the Division of University Advancement, Susanna Moore, Assistant Director for Stewardship and Scholarship Awards. Please welcome all of you. We also have a number of openings already posted in the Human Resources webpage, so if you know anybody that's in a position at this target university, throw them to the HR website, you know, the position yet to fill. And now that we all know each other, we have greetings and welcome to being brought by the EOU Foundation, the Board of Trustees, and the Associated Students of Eastern Oregon University. I would first like to invite James Gorham to the presentation area to say a few words on behalf of the Foundation.
Good afternoon. It's great to see you here today. My name is James Gorham, and I'm an EOU alum and a partner at Mountain Valley Therapy. We also have several openings at our office, so if anybody's interested in a career change, just let me know. I am proud to serve as Vice Chair of the Eastern Oregon University Foundation. The EOU Foundation was established in 1964 by community leaders for the benefit of students and the university. Today, the Foundation and its trustees and board of directors manage over $20 million in assets and work in partnership with EOU to help the university achieve its goals, including significant student scholarship support. This year, we've awarded scholarships to over 250 students, totaling more than $740,000 in awards, as well as resources for projects such as the Fieldhouse Health and Human Performance Center and new academic programs like agriculture entrepreneurship. The EOU Foundation has made providing scholarships for new and returning students one of its top priorities. Not only do scholarship funds help students realize their dream of a college education, but also many of our graduates go on to work in their home communities, building businesses, teaching school, serving in community organizations, and enhancing the quality of life throughout the region and beyond. In doing this, they give back much more than they have received. I was fortunate to receive a scholarship from the foundation that paid for a majority of my undergraduate degree and helped me realize my goal of becoming a physical therapist. As I look around in McKenzie Theater today, it brings back memories as this was the brand new building on campus when I started my freshman year. Now it's a great honor to be a part of the foundation and to help this generation of students realize their dream of going to college. As we move into the future, the EOU Foundation strategic plan objectives are focused on the themes of engaging with our alumni, friends, and philanthropic partners, dramatically growing our endowment, and increasing the number of scholarships awarded annually. Thank you for all that you do here at EOU, and welcome back on campus.
Good afternoon. I don't want to date myself, but I'm going to. If this was the new building on campus when Jim was, the Hope Center was the new building on campus when I was going to. That says some history there. I am an alumni of EOU. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you all to a new school year at EOU. I hope you're excited, energized, rested, and ready to share your knowledge, wisdom, and caring with all of the students as they set foot on our beautiful campus. As a teacher of 27 years, now retired, I remember the anticipation and the preparation that surrounds students, faculty, staff, and administration as the new year begins. I personally think it's hard to replicate that feeling. I believe teaching has been and will always be one of the highest callings, and I am proud to wear that title. I always enjoy seeing former students and hearing stories of the impact their teachers have had on their lives. It is inspiring to me and one of the reasons why I am so proud of what we do as educators. I want to sincerely thank you for your dedication that you all bring to EOU and our students. The students are why we're here, right? I am confident that we all will regard each student as the unique individuals that they are. I like to think of our campus as a safe, accepting, and inclusive environment for each and every student who is now a Mountaineer. I believe our country has become increasingly divisive, critical, and judgmental. So I'm pleased to be a part of Eastern Oregon University, where every student feels valued and respected and listened to. Your Board of Trustees are committed to governing the university to the best of our abilities, and we all anticipate a great school year ahead. We welcome an open atmosphere and great conversations with you all as we take on the responsibilities that we're entrusted with. We eagerly embrace the visions of the future and recognize the rich history and traditions of EOU. It has been exciting to see the Fieldhouse come to fruition, to see new programs get started, and to welcome a new provost. We look forward to working with President Moore and President Shavs in the interim as we enter the process of finding a new leader. We're ready to take on the duties of staying fiscally sound, of seeking ways to increase student enrollment, and helping to keep tuition affordable. We strive for true partnerships with the university community as we all invest in helping students have positive experiences and graduate ready to enter society with the skills needed to be successful. I eagerly look forward to the coming year. It will bring us challenges that we will conquer, successes we'll celebrate, failures we'll learn from, new friendships that we will form, and memories that will last. Let us be tolerant, respectful, and encouraging of each other, for we know that a house divided will not stand. Thank you all for your hard work and loyalty to this wonderful institution. Now let's take on the year together.
Thank you, Chair Martin. And now please welcome the President of the Associated Students of Eastern Oregon University, Caitlin Savalas, who will say a few words on behalf of ASEOU. Caitlin.
Thank you, Tim. Do a little. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caitlin Ceballos, and I am very thankful to be given the position of Student Body President and to be invited to the convocation. A little bit about myself before I dive in is I am from Payette, Idaho. I am going into my junior year, and I study molecular biology with a minor in environmental chemistry, and I wish to become a genetic counselor. Eastern Oregon University is not only a place for students to learn in the classroom and achieve their degree. This college is a place for students to grow into well-rounded individuals. The students not only gain support from faculty and staff, but by their peers, as EOU has fostered a community of helping one another. And I know that these traits and qualities have been greatly appreciated by the current students and alumni. This year, ASEOU student body has decided to continue on with the goals we had set last year The goals have been created with the intent of helping students for not only for their time at school, but also throughout life, whether they are on campus or online. Our first goal that I specifically wanted to focus on was student retention. ASEOU strives itself on being the voice of students and is actively working to find out reasons on why we have low retention rates and working to fix it, because as low retention rates makes EOU suffer, not only financially but also academically. By increasing students' involvement on campus, helping support in the classroom, and helping to support with outside factors such as food insecurity, ASEOU wants to help bring up student retention. The second goal we are striving for is health and wellness. With multitudes of viruses and illnesses, academic burnout, and other various ways for health to decrease, ASEOU wants to be able to help students with their health and wellness in a general, all-rounded way. ASEOU knows that if a student is suffering, it will correlate with low retention rates. Our third goal is that we strive for ASEOU visibility. We as a student government want students to know we exist and are here to help them with their problems, to be their voice for issues that arise in school. By doing this, ASEOU wants to achieve better student, faculty, and staff relationships. By helping to build this community, students will feel more comfortable from getting help within the school. By having these goals tailored specifically with the students in mind, ASEOU not only wants to improve student success, but also build a greater community for future students to attend. And the students are the future workers, future generations, and future leaders. We all play a role in helping to shape them, so please remember the impact you have on all of our students, and let's give them a meaningful year. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin, for your service and your commitment to EOU. It is now my pleasure to welcome Provost Matt Siemers to the podium.
Thank you, Ted. Thanks to all of you for being here today. Academic Affairs met in a session this morning, and we are officially ready to start off this new year. Convocation is an important event for a university. It is the start of an academic year, a time to look forward to the upcoming term, teaching our students, connecting with colleagues, engaging with our community, and most importantly, helping people achieve the dream of a college education. This is a new year for you, and a new year for me. Stepping into the role of provost, I'm excited to be working with the deans and faculty, but also to work with other parts of the university. From athletics to administration to admissions to advancement and all the way to the end of the alphabet of departments and divisions. While I am new to my role, so are two of my colleagues. Late this summer, we transitioned to an interim model of co-presidents. We have already been working together on a number of items, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with them. Throughout the year, to continue the work we already have underway, and to find new opportunities to grow and enhance the university community. Please join me in welcoming President Laura Moore and President Richard Chops.
Thank you, Matt. Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be back. It's wonderful to see so many, not old, but familiar faces, and a lot of new faces as well. Usually, I would be like all of you, sitting out there listening to the speeches. And today I get to take part in the conversation, and I am honored and humbled to have part of this shared responsibility for the next few months. For those of you who don't know me, and for those that do, I grew up in Elgin, just a few miles north of here. I come from a long line of educators, and I'm also an EOU alum, and also a long line of EOU alums within my family. I was raised in a house and raised by people who believe that education changes people's lives. And that is the background that I bring with me every day to what I do at Eastern. I have been, next month will be 19 years that I have served at EOU in a variety of roles, typically on the finance side of the house. But I am blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be stepping into this new role, and I have big hopes for a successful year. Over the next few months, President Shavs and I will be focused on ensuring continuity. We have so many amazing employees who work at EOU, who do incredible jobs, who know their jobs well. And my role and President Shavs' role is really to just encourage the great work that you are already doing and to be helpful where we can in moving EOU forward. For all of the successes that we have experienced as a university, and there have been a lot, we do need to be honest that we have some challenges. The next few years will be critical for EOU's future. We have some enrollment challenges, as do many institutions right now. And those enrollment challenges correspond to some can difficultly impact our finances. These are two key issues that we will be working on throughout the course of the year. We know that attracting, admitting, and registering students is a huge piece of the puzzle, but retaining those students and enabling them to persist and graduate is critical. Our students deserve the best, and I think we can all agree on that. And in order to give our students the best, we need to be on solid financial footing. We entered the pandemic in a very strong financial foothold. And as we work through these enrollment challenges, I think we can regain that positive financial trajectory. We have invested significantly in ourselves over the last number of years. New academic programs, new positions, new grants, new partnerships. And I hope this year that we can take a little bit of time to evaluate how all of those new initiatives and investments are working. Where do we need to direct more attention? We should be starting new programs, investing in new ideas, initiatives, seeking partnerships, but we also need to pause and evaluate. And that will be one of my primary focuses this year. Where are we doing well and where can we improve? Solving any challenges we face, or any problem for that matter, requires engagement, working as a team to find solutions. I am looking forward to working with all of you. I'm looking forward to having a dialogue with the community and to try to make EOU the best it can be. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Every day when I arrive to work, I know that there are people who have already been hard at it for hours. Our facilities crew, our coaches, our student athletes, and I know when I leave every evening that people are still working. People are teaching and rehearsing and tutoring and doing everything they can do to help our students be successful. I don't think I can say thank you enough for those efforts. I don't think I can say thank you enough for your commitment, your candor, and your willingness to impact the lives of students. I'm excited to work with you this year, and I know that while it's a year of transition, I'm confident that we can have a successful year and a positive year, working again for the best of the students at EOU. And now, please allow me to introduce my co-president, Richard Shavs.
Thank you, President Moore. Well, probably all I need to say is what she said. But in the tradition of past President Tom Insko, Happy New Year. And greetings to everyone. It's good to see you all here today, and I'm certainly happy to be here with all of you. To say I am honored to be named Interim President of External Affairs is an understatement. And to say I am happy to be here is certainly also an understatement. For those of you who don't know, at this time last year, I was in a life-threatening battle with cancer. And my passion for EOU is one of the main drivers that really brought me through that and motivated me to win that battle and come back here. So today, I am cancer-free. By way of my background, I've served for the past 7 years on the Board of Trustees, first as chair of the Finance and Administration Committee. That's when I started working with President Moore, and then more recently as chair of the board. Prior to that, I served for 5 years on the Foundation Board and chair of the Finance Committee there. Before that, I was born and raised in Baker City. I am an EOU alum, and I started my career in public administration. Then I founded and built, over the years, a multi-million-dollar company that provides technology services to city, county, and state government agencies here in Oregon and across the nation. But that's not my passion today. My passion today, my heart is here. This institution, its faculty and staff, gave me the tools when I was here to build a successful and a happy life. And that's why I'm here now, to give back in ways that might help others experience what I did. I'm a strong believer in openness and transparency. I want to talk to you, and I mean that. Conversations and communication are an essential part of management, leadership, and working together. It is how we grow and how we learn. I've always had an open door policy with everyone I work with, and this year especially, I look forward to conversations and discussions, sharing perspectives, learning from you, and to taking actions together that are best for our students and for this university. We've gained so much momentum over the past several years, momentum we want and need to maintain and grow. The work you have all done is nothing short of amazing. But keeping the momentum is like running a marathon. We have to keep at it. There is no stopping. Part of keeping that momentum requires strong leaders. A couple of weeks ago, I read one definition of a leader, and that definition was, a leader is someone who knows what their passion is, leads themselves according to that passion, and then helps others. By that definition, and many others, everyone in this room is a leader. I am proud of the passion you all demonstrate for your students and for EOU. So over the past year, working together, we've seen resources for success come to EOU. Grants from efforts by faculty and staff have brought in several $1 million. Engagement with our state legislative leaders has brought millions more for buildings and also for student services. Connecting with alumni and donors has led to funding for new research and learning labs. There are many more opportunities ahead of us to build resources in support of our mission and our strategic plan. And there's also opportunities for us to engage in our local and regional communities, to recruit and retain students, and to find new connections among our peers and the students we serve. My heartfelt thanks for the work that each of you dedicate yourself to. I saw it when I was here as a student. I saw it when my son graduated from here a few years ago. And I saw it again through the years that my daughter-in-law has been here, who will graduate this fall. In the case of my son and my daughter-in-law, there was a particular faculty member that really empowered them and motivated them and pushed them forward. And I know you all do that. Also, I hear continually from alumni about how a professor, a coach, an administrative assistant, or even a custodian reached out and helped a student. And that made all the difference. That's what we do here. We make a difference. So, for the past several years, we presented a video to kind of cap off last year and to give us all some food for thought about the year ahead. So, guys, can we roll the video, please?
Lace up your boots and set your sights on the next ridge. Emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic with new tools for engaging with students and stakeholders, EOU has solidified its position as a higher education leader and an engine for prosperity throughout the state and region. Oregon's rural university remains a stalwart advocate and partner for thriving communities and learners located in all corners of the state. As a new class of mountaineers joins the trek, we get to seize the chance to continue our journey of positive change. Every new mountain to climb has a path that leads to it. Looking back at President Tom Insko's tenure at EOU, he led the university through a tumultuous time, and together we moved forward into a period of stability. Because of President Insko's leadership, we are in a steady financial position that has us poised for growth. Now, as he moves from EOU to pursue other opportunities, the Board of Trustees has appointed former Board Chair Richard Shavs and Vice President of Finance Lara Moore as interim co-presidents. The Board's decision, along with the passion, skills, and commitment to EOU Lara and Richard bring, will continue the positive momentum established under President Insko and build on the possibilities of the future. Significant investments in EOU mark confidence from state and federal leaders as well as private partners. The opening of the field house this fall and funding for renovating Inlow Hall will update and enhance our main campus for a new generation of students. The revitalization of the grand staircase will renew an iconic structure and reaffirm the university's deep connection with the LeGrand community. Once completed, this architectural treasure may once again serve as the backdrop for events like Evensong, and perhaps inspire future mountaineers to create their own traditions. Title III and Strong Start funds ensure those same students find success here. Plus, the Moonshot for Equity promises to close the achievement gap for students from marginalized groups. The state legislature's support is also key to future campus improvements. In 2023, state lawmakers will decide whether to fund Phase 2 of Loso Hall renovations. That will provide more access to arts and humanities for Eastern Oregon. While EOU always worked to provide on-campus opportunities during the pandemic, with a comprehensive return to safe in-person activities, all members of the university community benefited from a lineup of on-campus events last spring. Blue and Gold Weekend, the inaugural Arts Fest, the EOU Foundation Celebration of Scholarships, Spring Symposium, and our first ever Career Expo invited alumni and the public to connect with students, faculty, and staff. Hundreds of graduates and their families also participated in a fully in-person commencement after the ceremony's 2-year hiatus. The trail out of the pandemic might not be entirely smooth, but we are traversing it together. EOU maintained a strong financial picture during the pandemic. But we now must adjust to the lingering effects of global disruption, including lagging enrollment, in order to regain our positive financial trajectory. We will remain steadfast. EOU provides a unique higher education experience for a distinct student population. Together, we made decisions and sacrifices that have pushed EOU forward and positioned us to continue providing higher education to underserved students. Many incoming Mountaineers are student athletes, and this fall they'll step into a brand new facility designed with them in mind. The Fieldhouse ribbon cutting ceremony is set to take place in October during EOU's Oktoberfest homecoming weekend. Behind updated facilities and tailored academic programs, the EOU Foundation provides critical support for the university's mission. Private donations allow EOU to upgrade athletic facilities and preserve historic campus landmarks, all while providing over $800,000 in student scholarships each year. Capable interim leaders are prepared to be champions for rural students and educators. Our new interim co-presidents, along with interim provost Matt Seamers, will provide stability and transparency as our board of trustees leads us through a nationwide search for EOU's next president. Newness also awaits in academic colleges, where a set of in-demand degree programs will soon open for enrollment. Programs like the Masters in Healthcare Administration, Masters in Public Administration, Bachelor of Marketing, Bachelor of Agriculture Entrepreneurship, Bachelor of Sustainable Rural Systems, and Bachelor of Public Relations showcase how the colleges are meeting the needs of students and industry. Both online and on-campus courses provide students the access they need to achieve their educational goals. Our faculty continue to provide high-quality curriculum and project learning opportunities that empower students to find continued success. EOU remains committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion at every turn. The institution is hiring a new Associate Vice President of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging who will help the university expand opportunities for underrepresented groups. Our Multicultural Center develops and delivers programs and services designed to support and retain students from socially and culturally diverse backgrounds. Our Disability Services Center continues to collaborate with students, faculty, and staff to develop an accessible and inclusive environment both online and on campus. Our Regional Office of Innovation works to serve students through its regional centers, providing higher ed access to students across the state and around the world, where they are in their communities. As we turn toward the next mountaintop, pause to feel your feet on the ground. The air is fresh up here. The sky is bright. We have come so far already. Each step has brought us to new heights, to this view of the future. We will cross the distance between here and there the same way we always have, one step at a time.
Of our remarks and presentation today, but please join us in the lobby for a reception, and we hope to get to visit with all of you. Thank you.